Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, you cannot be serious. It's Fred Sirieix. Stand Up Girls. It's Judi Love. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, your Nish is our command. It's Nish Kumar. As for questions, it's Natasia Demetriou. And Kerry Godliman, their guest team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 3 in 10 pet owners sign their animal's name in cards? It's fun in a birthday card, less appropriate in a card which reads, "Sorry for your loss, lots of love, Mr. Mittens." Snails have approximately 25,000 teeth, so a snail might be Rob's real dad. It's especially good because my teeth are so natural. Antarctica is the cleanest place on Earth. Makes sense. Poles do make excellent cleaners. And 63% of people say they'd be comfortable with a gay monarch. So it doesn't matter if it's Queen and Country or Queen and Penisy. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. With all the Brexit stuff going on, we thought we'd ask the nation the best things Europe has given us. Rob's team, what do you think are the best things Europe's given us?
I mean, food's got to be up there.
Do you like European food? What's your favourite European food?
I'm not a big fan of European food. I prefer British food.
What sort of thing?
Nando's, Café Rouge, Zizzi's.
Proper stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, proper stuff.
European food, what do you think?
Pizzas aren't real food anyway. That's a cheese and tomato toasty. Mediterranean food is the kind of food you eat when you can't be asked to cook.
No, but that's because you can't cook.
Yeah. That is true.
Never can you just put people in seats.
It's a good place got you there.
I mean, it's true, it's a fair point. I'm not a good cook.
Are you not a good cook?
Tapas I don't understand, because that's not enough. Is that Spanish for not enough?
We haven't made enough of that. Have some of that.
No, we'll need more. We're going to need more. And when, like, in this country, we celebrate big portions, don't we?
Yes.
Not tiny portions. Like, we were like, people boast about going somewhere where you could, all you could eat.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. So tapas doesn't work.
You've not had Greek food, have you?
I have had Greek food.
Well, that's like, if you come to my house on my dad's Greek...
There are loads.
Oh, there's a pig. There's a pig and a goat and a whole farm. It's not a spit.
Little...
Like old MacDonald,
Yeah.
just with a line through it. Listen, Jimmy, just between you and me, right, I've said some real bad stuff about Brexit because I think it's a really bad idea. And I'm a bit worried now that it's happening, they're going to deport me. So, I basically need to roll some of that back. Leave means leave. I hate all European food. I just want to eat sausage and mash and fish and chips, and I just want it to get all bunged up in my bowels, and I just want to feel blockages because there should be no freedom of movement, whether it's goods and people across the border or feces coming out of my anus.
Can we just take a moment there to enjoy the punchline? Feces coming out of my anus. Do you eat any European foods, Judi? What's your favourite?
OK, so I like pizza, I like Italians.
Where do you stand on a calzone?
On a cows only?
A calzone, a folded pizza.
Oh, everything on me's folded, so I really ain't got no complaints. They say Mediterranean food is like some of the most healthiest. They say that they live the longest.
Yeah, they reckon in Italy, north of Italy, they've got the longest life expectancy in the world. 100 years they live to.
It's too long, isn't it?
That's a lot.
I'd rather have KFC and tap out at 75.
That's a lot. That's a lot of council tax.
I don't think I've just... You never hear that, though, when Jamie Oliver's banging on about eat some more olive oil, live to 100. 80 to 100, those are 20 boring years. No one ever goes, oh, my God, I've had a blinding 85th birthday.
No, not unless you're Jamaican. My dad's about 85, and I swear, Dad.
About 85, don't know.
Who knows? Who's my dad? And he has a lovely time. He has a lovely time. I've got a 2-year-old sister.
Kerry, what do you think?
No disrespect, but too many cheeses in France.
What the
too many
cheese?
cheeses?
We've got cheddar, we've got the orange one. Dairy cheese strings.
Laughing
What's
cow.
The one with the cow, yeah.
Quavers.
Quavers.
We don't need all the other ones.
Brexit means Brexit.
Also, there's too much option with European, like all the pasta shapes. Like, I argue with my kids about pasta shapes, and they're like, oh, we don't like bows, we only like shells. I'm like, you don't give a shit about shape when it's chocolate. And they always... they don't have the cock and balls pasta shapes at Superpowers. What's that one called?
Is that for Hendu?
I don't think that's an Italian tradition, Kerry.
There is!
that if you're cooking-
Testicalia!
Testicalia!
You can get that. My dad was a chef, and there was a time where he was a really good cook, but then something happened, I think laziness, and the stuff he cooks now, me and my brother call it, like, filthy delicious. This is not a lie. The other day, we were like, what are you going to have for dinner, Dad? And he was like, I'm going to treat myself, get something a little bit special, just something ready-made. I'm going to get a quiche and have some chippies with it. He accidentally mistook a quiche for a chocolate tart. So he cooked a Sara Lee chocolate tart with chips and was like that. Something's wrong. The egg is very bad in this quiche.
OK, well, I'm starting to understand why the Greek economy is ruined. Now, we all like pizza, right? We all like pizza. There's some unusual ways of eating it. Take a look at this.
I'm glad he turned round. I thought it was just going straight through the back of his head. Passing it through.
Could you do that?
Can I do
I
that?
could do that.
Right, excellent.
Oh, no, hang on.
I've got pizzas.
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and over. Lovely.
Okay.
Oh, my God, that's massive!
I don't like... hang on.
Oh, my...
Is this like a proper Italian...
I think someone's left it in the garden, Jim.
You're taking the veg off. Oh, you are so South London.
If it was any good, they would have chopped it up and put it in the sauce. So what have I got to try and do this in
You've
one
got to
go?
try and get that in one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I think you can do it. Incredible.
It's like watching a cow birth in reverse.
I could do extra work on Emmerdale. You can't afford a real cow. Come here, give me the pizza.
Your wife is so lucky, Rob.
My eyes started watering. I had a newfound respect for certain activities.
But British food, like, there's a restaurant in Paris, isn't there, where it's British cuisine?
That's right. And lots of Italians, Greek, French, restaurants.
It's such a lovely accent. You just do anything for
Could
him.
you say aubergine?
Anything.
Aubergine.
Oh, for God's sake.
Can you say, I regret to tell you that we're going to have to put your dog down?
Je suis désolé de vous dire, mais on va devoir tuer votre chien.
Do it! Put it down!
Do you know what?
Take it.
Throw it in the canal. Gorgeous.
I'm going to get a dog so you can put it down.
Sorry, throw it in the canal. What vets are you using, Jimmy?
The one next to the canal. Right, let's see if food is up there. Yes, it's European food. European food is incredibly varied, whether you want to have the shits, the squits, the squirts, or the skitters. There's something for everyone. In the 1950s, you could only find olive oil in the chemists, so I guess our nanas were using olive oil as lube. Different types of food are popular in different parts of the country. For example, Brummies love a curry, Geordies enjoy a Chinese, whilst the most popular food in Liverpool is prison. OK, let's test how well you know your European delicacies. Rob, Judi, let's go and play the European Food Challenge.
Oh, OK.
Come on. Right, OK. Here we go. OK, it's the cat's taste test, so blindfolds on.
It's like one of your dinner parties, Jim. Blindfolds on. It's his house, we do what he says.
You've seen Eyes Wide Shut?
No, just that the last time I put blindfolds on and put something in my mouth, I got pregnant. So I'm just...
OK, Rob, you are first. You've got to tell me what this is and what country it's from, OK?
You putting it in?
Yep.
It feels like, hang on.
Open wide, open wide. No, you're
I thought I
fine.
had another 10 years till the jungle.
Oh.
That's...
Oh, I thought you gave me a lot then. It's like a German sausage, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, Frankfurter from Germany, yes.
Oh.
OK. Judi, you're up next. All right, just open wide. Take a bite.
It's a bit cheesy. I wonder if this is what Fred tastes like.
OK. Judi, what do you think? What is that?
Some kind of cheese.
Some kind of cheese. From where?
From... What's his called place?
France?
Yeah.
France. You needed a clue for France. OK, that's French époisse. OK, so this one.
Is it me?
You ready? Yeah, OK,
Oh.
hang on.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, you...
I can't get it through these. What is this? It tastes like flesh. Some sort of...
I don't like people with weird laughs.
It feels like raw bacon.
Oh, I'll give you that. It's Romanian sallow cured back fat. OK, Judi, open your mouth. OK, wide. OK, I'll do a little spoon. There you go.
Oh, my God,
What do you think, Judi? Well, you turned on a sixpence there, didn't you?
Is there any more? I just need to taste it again.
Yeah, there is. OK.
What is it? You like it, though, don't you, Jude?
I did. Could you tell from the way I was clapping my lips?
Yeah. You are not letting any flavour escape them lips, are you?
All this waste!
OK, what do you
I think it's like pickled cabbage or something.
Yes, I'll give you that. It's sauerkraut. OK, Rob, you got the most right. A big round of applause for Rob and Judi. Right. OK. Kerry, what do you think? What else have the Europeans given us?
They've given us art and things like that. Culture. Culture. They gave us culture.
From the Greeks to the Italians to the French.
Yeah, and we don't need it anymore after Brexit. We've got the British Museum that's full of stuff that was stolen by British people.
My dad cried when he went to the British Museum.
Why? Because he saw all his
All the
stuff.
stolen things.
So let's get other elements of European
Come on,
culture.
move on, move on.
Art. Loads of paintings. Dali, Picasso, Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Well, we wouldn't have the scream emoji if it wasn't.
Mona Lisa.
Right.
I wouldn't bother queuing 5 hours to see the Mona
No.
Lisa. Apparently, it used to hang on the wall of Napoleon's bedroom, didn't it? Because he used
Yeah.
to sort of revel in her beauty, which is code for wank too.
Revel in her beauty is a lovely expression, though. I was on YouPorn last night, revelling in some of the ladies' beauty.
I always get a bit frustrated by the statues of normally naked men. It's great, but they always get the knob wrong.
Have you ever seen a European willy, though? Because my memory of my dad's willy from growing up, honestly... I just realised what that sounded like.
Your dad's knob, paint us a picture.
And then he's like, he's very hairy because he's Mediterranean, so it's like a lovely, thick, sort of black hair around it, but a bit sort of crispy, so it's like old hair.
Yeah.
Does it look a bit like, like a mini egg in a cornflake cupcake?
Exactly! Exactly. Thank you, Rob.
So would you say the statues are actually quite complimentary? Are
Yes, honestly. Whenever there's a willy missing, because I think a lot of the willies have gone on those statues, haven't they?
Hindus.
OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, European culture. 6 million visitors see the Mona Lisa in Paris every year. If I want to see a miserable woman looking disappointed, I could just stay home and have sex. What do you think, Rob?
I think it might be fashion.
Fashion?
You're a pretty well-dressed guy.
Yeah, fashion.
Always, French and Italians always are very smart, don't they?
All the fashion houses, they're all European, aren't they? So it's Paris Fashion Week,
Yeah.
Milan,
Yeah.
it's big on fashion.
Croydon Fashion Week.
Croydon Fashion Week.
But why is it that they're all the most amazing? Because I agree, obviously amazing fashion houses
Yeah.
in Europe, but then I feel like European fashion on the whole is very like a lovely tight bootcut jean, little tight tank top on a man.
Yeah. People are very dismissive of the catwalk. They just, oh, these models, they make a fortune just walking up and down. But it's not always easy. Have a look. This is a joy. Oh, it's OK, she's got it. Don't worry about that.
Don't drop the watering can. Look.
And she's off. It looks easy.
The thing is, you don't need to see that on a fashion catwalk. You can see that any Saturday night in any market town in this country.
Well, I can tell you that fashion is not one of the top 3 things, but my top fashion tip, horizontal stripes can make you look fat, especially if they're the stripes in Viennetta, lasagna and Victoria sponge. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else has Europe given us?
Eurovision.
Yes.
Eurovision, of course.
Basically, Eurovision, like, can go, can't it? Like, that should go. If we've only got 12 years left on the planet, I think we can bin all of Eurovision.
Hang on, this
It's
is...
a waste
What a
of
terrible way to
electricity.
hear. We've got 12 years left.
We only enjoy it ironically. No one's enjoying it sincerely, are they?
Is it
So it's
why we
one big
voted leave then? Because of the Eurovision?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, because it's all shit.
Natasha, are you a fan of Eurovision?
I absolutely love it. My favourite about Eurovision, though, is, you know, when they're at the end where they cut to all the different countries in their booths with flags, and you just know it stinks of farts and cheese and onion crisps.
I like it when they do the scores and you basically get to see every country's Stephen Mulhern. He turns up like, hello, guys! He's away from Lisbon and it's me, and they've built up their little moments so big.
Well, if you...
Nish, have you ever watched it?
No! It's about 17 hours long.
Why are you all so miserable?
Listen, if I want to see someone singing badly, I'll just go down to the Milan bar in East Croydon.
Well, I can tell you that Eurovision is not in our top 3. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
Could it be package holidays, going to Europe for holidays?
Have you been on a package holiday?
Have I been on a package holiday, mate? The worst bit for me on a package holiday was when you're on the coach. Basically, you have to play hotel bingo. Right, there's two... well, one is sometimes you don't even know what hotel you're going to. Back in the day, you didn't. You just got recommended one. So you put up outside and going, oh, please, no. And then they announce it, you go, oh, yeah, these losers are going, yes! And the worst, there's always one dickhead on the coach, and he just like, oh, please don't be on mine, please don't be on mine. Because the worst is holiday friends. Oh. And it was someone wants to be your mate, and then you say, oh, leave me. I've got mates at home I don't like, I don't need another pair.
I only went on my first all-inclusive quite recently. I've always been a bit snobby about an all-inclusive. No disrespect, Rob. Oh. Right. But now I've been on one, because you get a wristband and it gives you power. Like, you... Yes! When you've got a wristband, you can
punch me.
Yes, you can have everything.
Yeah.
So within a day, I was like under the ice cream, giving the kids cocktails. I was mainlining fizzy wine. Get a wristband.
You can't commit a crime either just so it gets hidden away. It's all that
Definitely.
that
I'm on
happens
a
at the
gold
resort.
band. I can do what I want.
What's gold
You know,
band?
like when you get invited to a wedding, but you've only been invited to the disco. That's blue band.
Right.
But if you've been invited to the whole shindig, gold band, mate. You can do what you like.
Eat what you want.
I've been to a lot of Indian weddings, and so if you get invited to the whole day, that's normal. And if you get invited to just the evening, that means that you're white.
Also, Also, booking a holiday's a nightmare, booking a foreign holiday, because when you have to book it on the website and then it's stressful, because you have those pop-ups that go, 17 other people are looking at this holiday now, 3 of them have just booked this holiday, and you're like, I've got 2 kids, I'm just going to leave one! It's a nightmare. When we leave the EU, does that mean that holidays are going to be more of a challenge, like going abroad? So we're going to have more British holidays?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's packing for a British holiday that's a massive pain, isn't it? Because you need to pack for every season. So you've got to put a gagool in, flip-flops, snow boots, visor, factor 50, galoshes.
The only good thing about, like, if package holidays become a thing of the past is we'll avoid the sunbed thing, having to get the right sunbed. That could be a nightmare. Take a look at this footage.
Here he goes, and they're on the starter's orders. He's going to clap, and the whole swarm of them, they're off. Look at that. How mad this is, just like ants. I've never seen anything like it. We're all watching it because we're all horrified that we've had to do this every day on holiday, Lella. This has ruined my holiday.
The problem is, with package holidays, there's always a geezer that's been there a bit longer than you. And they corner you going, what you want to do is you go to that bit of the beach, get an ice cream from that place there, dinner, get there at 8:15. That's when it's fresh. It's been restocked. You get there at 6, it's fresh, but who eats at 6? The Spanish eat at 10, the mad bastards. And I'm like, mate, you literally got it 12 hours before me.
But you know what's funny, I think, for us as British, when we go to other countries, the first thing, the priority for us is to find out which restaurant and cafe does British food. That's what it is. Not where the hospitals are, do you know what I mean? Not what my room
Who
looks
arrives on holiday and goes, right, where are the hospitals? OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's package holidays. Resorts like Magaluf have become a mixture of different cultures. For instance, the most popular breakfast is a croissant washed down with a pint of Zambuca and the morning after pill. Other things Europe has given us. IKEA. I went to IKEA once, never again. I found it very stressful. You know those display toilets don't flush? I love IKEA. It's great for people who want to have a massive, bitter row with their family but can't be bothered to wait until Christmas. And the Olympics. The Greeks invented the Olympics and anal sex. I just can't be bothered with the Olympics.
Oh, I quite like the look of old Freddie.
So, Fred, you present First Date, so we asked our studio audience, would you go on a blind date?
I've never been on a blind date, but I did take my mum to Nando's after she had a detached retina operation.
Judi?
I would go on a blind date.
Have you been on a blind date?
I've been on a blind date before. His name was Adam, but when I turned up, he looked like Amanda. And I had a lucky escape because I just walked away because, obviously, he was expecting someone called Lindsay with blonde hair.
It's quite nice because there's no investment, isn't it? Like, you don't know the person. If you don't like them, you're never going to see them again. So you can just go, right, you're not a keeper, so don't speak because I want to enjoy my dinner. It's rare I get a night away from my husband. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my dinner. And you don't have to... you know when you're, like, younger and you go, oh, don't eat that food on a date and don't eat that food on a date because you won't... But as you get older, you let all that go. Like, I'll just put on a feed bag and just like... shush, I'm on a blind.
You've got to be really careful with that mime, I think, when we're talking about dating. Nish, have you ever been on a blind date?
Yeah, with actually a girl who did something very similar.
What just said, don't speak.
No, I've never been on a blind date, and I think if I went on one now, my girlfriend would be semi-furious. But I don't really see, like, it seems like quite an exciting thing. But do people go on blind dates anymore? I thought everybody was just...
Yeah, but that's like a blind date, really, online, because they don't look nothing like what they look like on the picture.
Especially if they tell you they're blonde and called Lindsay.
Natasha?
I've never been on a date. I've been on one date and I was 20, I think I was like 23, and I was so nervous that I said I was 17. And he was... and he
Were you
like,
going on a date with R. Kelly?
No, but he was...
Have you been on Tinder? Have you ever been on Tinder?
I have, but the only thing I did on it was have, like, really disgusting, sexy conversations with really, really weird men.
How was it weird?
We're just being like, I'm a little mouse and I want some butter.
OK, well, I'm made of questions right now. You're a little mouse and you want some butter. Any other
just
examples?
So many weird... I'm really
Okay.
weird, just like, do you want to come and nibble on my bread tits? Are you a little rat like me? Squeak, squeak. And, you know, it was very, like, rodent-based. And then you just realise you're on your own on a Sunday afternoon in bed being like... This one man was like, I'm going to come, where are you? And I said, where are you? And he said, Tesco's.
Cilla Black must be turning in her flipping grave.
Fred, is there any hope for Natasia?
I don't know, actually.
And he believes in, like, love.
The world is very big.
Like my panties, but listen...
You're currently in a relationship, yes?
Yes.
And what was your first date like?
It was great.
Where did you go?
We went to a local place in Peckham. And, yeah, we had a good time.
Was that you found your partner over here?
Yeah.
Are you going to say you could have been a contender now?
Of course!
How would you, if Fred was single, OK, what would you do now to sort of... What would be your approach?
You know something, Freddie? We have the jerk sauce. And it hot.
I like it medium.
Oh.
I met my husband through a blind date.
Really?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't on the blind date with him. I went on a blind date because I'd been single for quite a long time, so I'd gone a bit feral. And someone set me up on a blind date, and I went on the blind date, and it was shit. But he introduced me to my now husband.
Oh.
I do think this is a nice idea in it, blind date. You might find romance through that person.
Yeah, see it as an opportunity to network.
Yes, it's networking, absolutely.
Nish, have you dating history once?
Oh, you know, Jimmy, I will have kissed my fair share of women. Brackets 3. I was Mr. French at university, French kissing. No, I mean, listen, it's a miracle that I ever managed to sexualise any lady.
Well, I mean, when you speak like that, you really feel like...
Ted Bundy confession tape.
OK, so we asked our studio audience, would you ever go on a blind date? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
These people, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, the answer is yes. 56% of our studio audience
There you
would go on a blind date. On the 90s TV show Blind Date, you chose a person based on the sound of their voice. Silly, really. Now we have Naked Attraction, where you just pick your favourite cock and balls. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Rob's team, 2 points for Kerry's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Top superpower people wish they had. What do you think?
I wish I was invisible.
What would you do if you were invisible?
Go to Fred's house.
And what would you do?
I don't even want to say.
If you'd like to hear the end of this, it'll be on some sort of fan fiction website. OK, top superpower, what do you think?
I'd like to suddenly be white. Sometimes you go to parts of the country and everyone's looking at you and you just like to be able to press a button and be like, hi, Nick Cooper. I work in accounts and wear red socks. Let's play bridge.
I went out with him.
What about, like, if you could have boiling water coming out the end of a digit to make a cup of tea?
It's more convenience power.
Yes.
And then everyone would be like, give it through the water. God's sake, all right.
Yeah, but it'd be true if you were invisible. People would be like, go on, do
No, but you don't tell anyone.
You
You don't tell anyone you're
I would
invisible.
like
What's
to
the
be
point of
invisible.
having a superpower?
You'd like to be invisible as
I'd
well?
love to be invisible, but I wouldn't do anything. I'll just lay on my sofa at home and be left alone.
You wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I'd just lay there and not be told to do anything like that.
Oh, I can imagine the thing you would do. You'd go around.
Go where?
Go around in this audience.
Doing what?
You'd be doing stuff.
I know what you mean, Fred. Really, the question is, if I was invisible, what is the second thing I would do? They think the ladies' changing rooms were haunted.
You did do that, right? Like, which is obviously very creepy, but when you're invisible, you can still bump into people. It's after a while, they'll be like, something's wrong in that changing room. I keep falling over.
And just every so often we hear...
Natasia, what superpower would you have?
If I could work out some sort of superpower where I didn't have to go to the toilet anymore, I could just, like, ingest it somehow without it poisoning me. I just need it all the time. I'm a toilet woman. Like, I honestly... I wake up in the morning sometimes and I think, today isn't about what I have to do, it's where my piss wants to go.
That's called a urine infection, babes.
My dad, I was at home for Christmas and I came on my period, and my mum was like, can you go out and get, when you go to the shops, can you get some Sancho Stash? And he brought me back Tenor Lady. Because he just saw them. But honestly, the best thing I've ever been given. The best gift you've ever received.
So he bought them by mistake and you just leant into it and went, well, I'll use these.
Well, it's just like... You can't fully let go because it's too scary, but you can a little bit. You can...
You didn't just let it all hang out.
But when it's like, oh, I'll just let that out and then I'll have some time before I have to run to
There is a fine line between just a little bit and
I haven't got
self-loathing.
anyone. I'm not in a relationship. I do what I bloody want.
I think I wouldn't give up my power to use... I do a lot of my best thinking on the toilet. I have sit-down wheeze. I don't mind admitting to it. It's really...
Oh, come on!
Did you hear that? They were more... Jay judged you more than Natasia.
Whoa. Let's press pause on all this. What do you mean you have sit-down wheeze?
Sometimes I have a sit-down wee. I treat myself to a sit-down... Because
You
because
treat
I'm not an
yourself.
animal. Treat myself to a sit-down wee. Why should ladies have all the fun?
I do that too. That's right, because you don't have to concentrate.
Exactly.
You just sit down and you relax, and that is.
To be fair, it is hard having a wee, because, like, I don't know, like... I don't want to get into the mechanics of it, but first thing in the morning, try and have a piss. It's a night, it goes everywhere.
You have to aim.
It's like the mouth of your dick's yawning.
Yeah, and sometimes he goes like that. He goes like that.
I can't do that, I think that's a French thing. Sometimes, on a night out, you know when there's like 15 in a row, I will try and piss in all of them. But hold it and go.
Has someone ever walked in as you're doing a weird crab walk across?
Yeah, but you've just got to own it. You go, mind out, mate, I'm doing the full set.
So it's all right for you, men, because you can stand up. Sometimes us women have to stand up and piss.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Is that when you really like a guy and he's into weird stuff?
Well, you're not going to go into any toilet and sit down on a toilet. You've got to crouch. Women, are you not behind me with this?
Have you ever used a she-wee?
Yeah, I was going to say, I've used a she-wee. It was the most liberating experience of my
A
whole...
she-wee?
A she-wee, it's like a little
cup.
cardboard
It's a cup.
that you use to cup yourself, but I did it at, like, a festival where
That's
they
what
were
they're
giving
for
it
at
out
your
for
festival,
free.
yeah.
Right.
And it was carnage. Like, it was just loads of girls stood up with their trousers down, holding the cardboard, just pissing. Being like, what? Because, you know...
Where's this place?
One year I was at Glastonbury and, like, they have urinals on the walls of the festival. So when you're on the sort of outskirts, you can just piss up against the wall and it's fine. And I was just peeing and I just looked to my left and there was a woman just squatting next to me, having a piss. And I just looked around and she just looked at me and went, "What?" And I went...
Well, I don't know if anyone remembers, quite a long time ago, we were talking about the top superpower. Quite some time ago. OK, let's get some answers on this. Top superpower.
Is it invisibility?
Absolutely right. Yes, the top superpower people wish they had is invisibility. I know plenty of invisible people, or, as Hollywood calls them, women over 40.
Speak for yourself.
Who said that? Here's your question. Worst way to spend a Saturday night?
Is it getting a lift home from Ant after Saturday night takeaway?
Come on, you know we love him. You know we love him.
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Don't you dare, actually. I don't like that. That man has given us so many years of his life. He has entertained me more than so many people.
There's a young woman that doesn't go out on a Saturday night.
No.
It's exhausting going out.
If you were going out with your other half, where would you go? What's your go-to Saturday night date night?
Well, you don't have to go out anymore, do you? Because you've got, like, Netflix and you've got Deliveroo, which is like Meals on Wheels, and I can just sit on a commode. I don't need to go anywhere.
The most depressing thing there is not I can sit on a commode, but Deliveroo is like Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
It's such a... Oh, yeah.
Yeah. internet. I don't need to go out. And you can get messy on a night in. You don't need to go out. You can get...
Be really careful. Your drinking mime as well needs a little bit of work.
Is the worst way to spend a Saturday night watching your soon-to-be ex-wife perform on Strictly?
Oh, it must be, yeah. Oh. That is so dark and true, but yeah. I always think that must be the worst conversation when
Please
someone...
be about Tom Dubeck. Please be about Tom Dubeck. Not one of the massive fit ones.
I've had a couple of friends say, "Oh, my wife's going on Strictly."
And you're like...
Oh, right. Fucking hell.
I think the worst way to spend a Saturday night is to look at your reflection in the mirror and wonder which part of you should shave first.
Yes, Judi. Finally, some relatable content for me.
Ethnics.
And Natasha, worst Saturday night?
Is tonight a Saturday? No.
So, Nish, what was the worst Saturday night you've ever had?
Oh, I mean, let's be real. I grew up in Croydon, so, I mean, you guys have got no idea. Until you've stood at the bus stop outside the Tiger and watched a man be so drunk in the street that he vomits into a box of chips and then carries on eating them.
It was my stag do.
Oh.
Rob, I've seen someone get fingered in a kebab shop.
It was my hen do.
Do you know what? Rob? Don't call it their kebab shop.
When I was growing up, the worst was when my mum used to have an Ann Summers party. And they're downstairs cackling, and you're upstairs just hiding, trying to not hear. And all of a sudden, what you hear is a... But the only saving grace was when you find the order book, and then you could go to school on Monday and you knew whose mum had a dildo. That was the most powerful document in the school.
Surely they all must have got a dildo.
Not all of them. Karen just went for mainly lingerie.
Oh, did she? Fucking come on, Karen, push the boat out. Get the Adonis.
The Adonis?
The Adonis is when they bring out the big guns.
All right.
OK, so, worst way to spend a Saturday night?
Drowning. That'd be pretty bad.
I mean, it's not what I've got on the card, but it's a very good answer, Rob, yeah.
Worst way for the Saturday, is it... I don't know, what is it? What's it? Working?
It's exactly the right answer.
Oh.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yes, the worst way to spend a Saturday night is at work. Saturday night is when a lot of people make most of their money. For example, on Saturday nights, your mum can charge double for a gob job. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Kerry, Natasha and Nish have 2 points, Rob, Judi and Fred have 5 points. They're tonight's winners! Thanks to all of our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.